So Canva just did something that I think a lot of marketing teams are going to underestimate. On Tuesday, they announced two acquisitions in a single day: Ortto, a customer data and marketing automation platform, and Simtheory, which builds agentic AI systems. But here's the thing, those weren't even the first acquisitions this quarter. In the past 6 weeks, Canva has also bought Doohly for digital outdoor advertising, Cavalry for animation, and MangoAI for ad performance optimization. That's 5 companies in 6 weeks. Let's start with Ortto because this is the one marketers should really pay attention to. Ortto combines customer data with full marketing automation, email, SMS, push notifications, in-app messaging, forms, surveys, over 11,000 customers across 190 countries. This isn't some early stage beta, it's a real established marketing automation business. And then there's Simtheory, which is all about agentic AI, not content generation, actual task execution, like autonomously pulling and qualifying sales leads out of Salesforce into a spreadsheet. That's AI doing the work, not just drafting the brief. Both companies were built by the same founders, Chris and Mike Sharkey. So Canva gets the teams and the technology together. Now step back and look at what Canva's full stack looks like after all this. Design and creative, check. Marketing automation and customer data, check. AI agents that execute across your tools, check. Animation and video, check. Ad performance optimization, check. Digital outdoor, check. That is a full marketing platform. And Canva already has hundreds of millions of users who are comfortable in the product every day. They're showing what all of this looks like together at Canva Create on April 16th. That's next Wednesday. So, why does this matter for your team? If you're a mid-market brand running your stack on HubSpot or MailChimp or Salesforce Marketing Cloud, Canva just started building directly into your territory. From the tool your designers already open every single morning, the switching cost is basically zero. They're already there, and the pricing pressure this creates could be significant. Canva has always been aggressive on price compared to the traditional marketing stack. If they can deliver automation and customer data at a fraction of what you're paying today, that reshapes the competitive landscape for marketing platforms pretty significantly. Okay, next one. This isn't a product launch, but it's something every marketer running campaigns in Europe needs on their radar. CNBC reported on Thursday that EU fines on American tech companies have now topped $7 billion over the past 2 years, and the Trump administration is getting increasingly vocal about it. Here are the biggest hits. Google was fined 2.9 billion euros last year for its advertising technology practices. Apple got fined 1.84 billion over music streaming competition, and Meta was hit with 797 million euros for how it handled Facebook Marketplace. And there's more on top of that. Apple was fined another 500 million for blocking app developers from telling customers about cheaper options outside the App Store, and Meta got fined 200 million for its pay or consent model, the one where European users had to either accept personalized ads or pay a subscription to avoid them. Now, here's where it turns geopolitical. In February, Trump signed a memorandum saying the US would consider tariffs to fight back against what he called unfair digital fines on American companies. A State Department official called EU Tech finds the biggest source of friction in the entire US EU economic relationship. And the EU is not backing down. They're preparing even tougher enforcement through 2026. The European Commission has estimated that potential DMA fines could eventually top 100 billion euros collectively across Apple, Google, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft. So, what does this actually mean for marketing teams? Meta has already changed how ad targeting works in Europe because of these rulings. EU users now have the option to see less personalized ads, which means your targeting precision in European markets is already lower than in the US. And if enforcement keeps escalating, that gap only widens. The bigger risk is platform fragmentation. If regulators keep forcing platforms to change how they collect data and serve ads in Europe specifically, you end up in a world where your Meta campaign performs differently in Berlin than it does in Boston. Not because of the audience, because the platform itself works differently in each market. For marketing leaders running cross-border campaigns, build more flexibility into your media plans. Don't assume the targeting capabilities you rely on in the US will be available in Europe at the same level. And watch this tariff situation closely. Because if it escalates into a real trade fight over tech regulation, the platforms might start prioritizing features and investment for one market over the other.